Well, developing now, there's a new head football coach in town. The NFL says the Seahawks are expected to hire former Ravens defensive coordinator Mike Macdonald as head coach. The 36-year-old is the youngest coach in the league, and he has big shoes to fill. He's replacing Pete Carroll, who parted ways with the team after 14 seasons and a Super Bowl 3 weeks ago today. Let's get right to sports director Nico Taburian. So we're going from the oldest coach now to the youngest coach.
Funny how those things work out sometimes,
Yes.
right, Mary? But I'll say this, regardless of that, John Schneider got his guy. We talked about this the last few days here on KOMO News, how the perceived delay in the Seahawks coaching search meant that the front office was waiting for the right guy to be available. They did just that. It was a masterful move by John Schneider in that front office. Macdonald is regarded as one of the most dynamic candidates out there. Now, John waited. Mike wasn't able to interview in person until the Ravens' elimination Sunday. And once that happened, the Hawks swooped in for their new coach. So let's get to know him a little bit here. They have the youngest head coach, as you mentioned. They had the oldest the last couple of years. It is Macdonald's first head coaching job in college or the pros, spending 9 of the last 10 years as an assistant with Baltimore, last 2 as their defensive coordinator. He did spend 1 season, 2021, in college with Michigan. He's a defensive guru with the idea that he can take that defensive molded roster that's in place already and perhaps take them to the next level. We have much more reaction on this move tonight coming up on a special edition of KOMO News after the game. Mary?
Thanks, Nico. And as you said, Macdonald was the Ravens defensive coordinator for the last 2 years. In that time, Baltimore allowed the second fewest points in the league. This season, the Ravens were the first team in NFL history to lead the league in 3 key defensive categories: fewest points allowed, most sacks, and turnovers. The Ravens lost to the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game Sunday. Well, the second the news came out, Seahawks fans took to social media. These are just some of the posts. Overall, 12s on social media are excited for the future. Johnny Verhoevic writes, "Listen, Macdonald won't immediately fix all of the Seahawks' problems, but he is undoubtedly the best coach to take the young talent on this defense and mold it into a top unit in the league. Very excited to see who his coordinator hires will be." Nick Giacobbe says, "Let's go. Was my number 2 option behind Ben Johnson. Now just pick an offensive coordinator that can handle play calling, and let's roll."